Pay attention. Creepy weirdo.
I would like a strong, powerful woman to protect me.
He'll fight for America.
Hip. Poopy square.
The Playable Characters Podcast. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Playable Characters
Podcast.
Yeah.
PCP.
Welcome to episode 6057, everybody.
That's
Not really.
true.
Maybe. Close.
I think so. We're in the year 2112, so yeah, we're killing it.
Yeah, man. Nonstop. 6,000 weeks straight. Welcome to my left. We have...
Oh, Al Patel, that's me.
That's you.
Across from me
Is Calvin Cato.
Yeah, man. This is Playable Characters Podcast. We have an amazing guest today. But first, hey, we have a special guest host
Who's
today.
to your right,
Yes.
Brian?
To
Who's
my
your
right is...
Hello, guys. My name is Danny Surreal, and it's a pleasure to be here on PCP.
Heck
Yeah.
Thank you. Welcome.
Danny, I met Danny at the Long Island. What was it called? Long Island Gaming Expo, Retro Gaming Expo, and it was cool. He does these really amazing video game artwork. Explain briefly what you do.
Yes. So, guys, I am a professional photographer. I shoot sports photography mostly. I've shot for the UFC, for NCAA, WNBA, but I've been blessed with opportunities to take.
Well, you said sports. What do you mean WNBA? Oh, but I'm just kidding.
I mean, they work
work
on
hard.
us, but they'll finger roll on us.
They
It's
work
all right.
hard.
They have good fundamentals.
They
It's
do.
good fundamentals.
They really do.
I've been blessed with the opportunity to be able to take extra photos when I travel, and what I do with those is I kind of superimpose video games into them. Just like what you guys do here, and you have fun with characters. I have fun with characters as well, but just on my photos.
Yeah. Where can we see the stuff?
On my Instagram at DS Creative Studio. Again, that's DS_Creative Studio. That's where most of my work goes up. I have links to other places as well, but that's my main hub.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, check it out. I mean, I was blown away.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, you got Street Fighter. You got like a picture of like a road and like trees, and you'll put like Mario from Mario Kart driving down the road and things like that. And it looks so cool. You got Street Fighter guys fighting in like what was that one?
Brooklyn Bridge.
Right in the Brooklyn Bridge.
I have them in London. I have them in Brazil. I have them a bunch of different places.
Yeah, so it's really cool seeing it. I love unique takes on video game art, and I think when I saw you at the con, I was like, this is cool, man. This is awesome. So
Awesome. I definitely appreciate it. I definitely appreciate you coming up and networking, and now I'm here on PCP, man. I'm
and
ready
now your
to
career
have
is
some
taking
fun.
off.
Yeah.
Here we go. So,
World famous.
Yeah.
All the worlds. Mushroom Kingdom 2.
what else do you want to share with us real quick? Anything else before we? I can give him this mic. Okay.
There are just a few things I would like to say. As I enter this gaming world, just like you guys are giving me an opportunity, a bunch of people have given me an opportunity. So I just want to take out some time to say thank you to a few people.
Yes.
Shout it out.
One will be Solo Jones. His Instagram is They Call Me Solo. Another one will be J Bam. His Instagram is J Bam. Scream Linda, Corey J's Playable Players Podcast or Characters, Playable Characters Podcast.
That's our spin-off, Playable Players. It's about pickup artists.
Gotcha. I know there's a few more people that I'm missing, but they'll get shout outs in the future. I just want to say thank you everybody that helped out, and that's all.
Yeah, I mean, Danny's huge on networking, which is a lot of this business. Hey, you scratch mine, I'll scratch yours, and I think we got some cool stuff.
I think
down
the
the
main
road,
reason
hopefully.
he's here is he's excited to meet our interviewee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hold on. I mean, I was nervous as hell, to be honest, at this.
He's pretty intimidating.
Yeah.
The most intimidating, badass, one of my favorite games ever, by the way. Started.
I feel like you say this every week.
No, this is.
But you mean it.
This is legit.
Okay.
Like one of my favorite series of all time. I thought it was the most greatest game on PS2, then PS3, and then I have the remakes on PS4. I have everything they've ever done. I have the PS Vita version. I have the PSP versions. Everything.
This
Actually,
is why.
so do I, yeah.
This is why you're bald, right? Because of this guy.
I mimic myself. I'm actually nervous to greet him and say hello, but he's just staring right at me. So let's introduce everybody.
From the God of War series, welcome Kratos.
Greetings, gentlemen.
Kratos. I mean, this is huge. to
Hi,
have you here.
how are you doing,
how are
Kratos?
As I always am, haunted by what I have done, what I continue to do.
Yeah, I mean, you had a rough go at it, Kratos. I
Yeah.
guess you can say you've.
That is quite the understatement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have indeed had quite a go.
I mean, let's start it off. I mean, if you guys aren't familiar, I mean, I don't know if I don't want to bring it up, but if you want to tell your...
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
you guys might notice the strange color of my skin.
Yeah.
That is because the ashes of the wife and daughter I murdered while possessed by the spirit of Ares.
Yeah.
That's where their ashes were binded to my skin. So
It doesn't
tends
wash
to be a
off.
conversation starter and
conversation.
stopper.
I thought it was like
find.
I think it's really slimming personally, but you know.
the ashes are slimming.
Well,
Yeah.
he's jacked. He's
I mean,
ripped.
some outfits it works with better than others. I mean, certainly there's an after Labor Day effect that comes in. I mean, it certainly looks better in the summer.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's definitely
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Kratos knows about the holidays. I mean, where do you live now? I mean, are you living in Greece?
He's Greece. He's Greek.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I know he's. I don't know if he's traveled. If he's tried to leave that life behind.
Yeah, have you
but-
tried to like Mesopotamia? You know?
I actually recently moved to New York.
Oh, good.
With the whole financial collapse in Greece. I mean, with everything else I had been through, I was like, I've had enough Greek turmoil.
Yes.
And the crash of the euro really just cemented this. Maybe this isn't the best place for
Yeah.
Kratos.
Do you think your murdering of the gods had anything to do with the financial collapse of
good
Greece?
question.
Did you murder the god of taxes?
I mean, experts would tell you it's a mix. Right? It's a mix of god murder and poor fiscal policies.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
never a good combination there.
It's hard to put your finger in one direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it certainly couldn't have hurt.
Yeah. So.
Oh wait.
Go for it.
Have you thought about monetizing your orbs? Because you know there's those red orbs, the green orbs, the blue orbs.
Being a Greek, I'm not great with that kind of stuff. I was trying to find I was trying to find an advisor, but yeah, it's in Greece. It's just not easy to come by.
Yeah.
Great gyros, though.
So yeah.
You pronounce them gyro?
Yeah.
That's the way real Greeks
Oh, that's the
do
way
it.
real-
Oh, okay.
It's case solved. That we know.
Yeah. I always thought it was
I mean, that's
gyro.
how we do it in Sparta. I can't speak
Right,
for
yeah.
Athens.
Okay, yeah. There's like 20 different pronunciation of a 4-letter word.
It's a regional dialect.
Okay. I say gyro.
How do you
so.
feel about the movie 300? I mean, you've got to have some opinions about that.
Strong. My first complaint would be not homoerotic enough. I mean, it captured some of it when it means to be a Spartan warrior, but not. I feel like we were more greased up.
Okay, really?
There wasn't a lot of oil baths in the movie. I
Yeah.
feel like there should have been more oil baths.
Yeah. Also, not enough Persian murder. I felt like they kind of went. For my taste, I felt like they went a little light on the violence.
Really?
Are you very like that pro Greek?
Oh, I mean, I had 4 yogurts on the way over here. I mean, it's. Am I that pro Greek? Who are you talking to right now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a dumb question, man.
I mean,
No,
he's
it's a
like-
smart question because
I literally tore apart the heavens to defend Sparta.
Yeah.
To fight for what? I mean, yeah, I take that shit pretty seriously.
What have you done for Brooklyn,
I mean-
Calvin? I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
oh, I've worn these gloves.
We all battle in our own ways.
All right, Kratos, brother, you're talking about tearing up the heavens, and I have to ask you, what was your favorite battle?
I mean, classic story. Boy against his father. I mean, none of us get along with our dads.
Right,
And,
yeah.
Daddy drama.
I mean, my just like my father before him, with my grandfather Kronos, or as I call him, Pap Pap. Kind of runs in the family, but yeah, I mean, nothing feels good than giving that sweet steel to your pops.
Yeah. So you call it giant titan Pep Pep?
I do. Kronos.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a different word for grandpa in every language.
Yeah. That's my favorite battle in any video game in the world. Is that
the Pep
Chrono-
Pep battle?
Is the Pep Pep battle?
Pap.
Yeah, I mean, it's always tough when it's within the family, but I mean, how many holidays are going to come around with no cards before it gets personal?
True.
And
Talking about favorite battles, my favorite was actually against Hercules, which is another relative of yours.
Yes.
We're talking about childhood Hercules, and you was just pounding his face in, man. I've
Yeah, it
never
felt pretty
seen-
good. Also,
felt
that
pretty
lion
good.
outfit, little tacky, little.
Yeah.
I mean, my dressing style has always been a bit minimalist, but that
Yeah,
just
you know-
felt like a
Yeah.
little much.
Still, even today, it's a chilly day here
Yeah,
in New York.
it's
But
just-
Yeah, do you want a
still-
shirt or something?
You still got he
No.
doesn't- he doesn't get cold. He's been through heaven and hell. Literally,
He's literally killed the god of weather, so I think he's fine.
Is there a god of weather?
Yeah.
It's a god of
I-
water.
God of storm.
I'm
Poseidon.
gonna be real with you guys. I killed enough gods that like some of them. Sometimes it comes up in weird ways throughout my day. Where I'm like, oh man, did I kill the god of trains showing up on time? Is that,
I think he's dead. I think that or
Today,
today.
yeah, definitely today he did not exist. The god
yeah,
of on time.
it's
So what do you do when you're not killing gods?
you know, A lot lately. I've been working on me.
It's good.
You know,
It's good,
because
Kratos.
I mean, as you'll recall in the events that were portrayed in the second game, you know, I killed the God of War, briefly became the God of War,
Right.
you know, and then, but I was still haunted by what I had done, and I went on that whole journey to be not haunted by it.
Yeah.
But then it turned out that wasn't. Turns out, you know what I could have done instead, and I found out lately, meditation.
Yeah. That's it.
Just spend some time by yourself. Just you know, focus on your breath. It's that really would have saved some
A
time.
lot of blood would have not been
Yeah.
shed if you
Several million people might still be
yeah,
might
literally.
still have a chariot dragging the sun across the sky.
Yeah. Are there any gods left? I mean, you've done a number on a lot of them. Are there any that you're still trying to get, or you know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like I'm unaware of it because the gods that there are keeping a pretty low profile.
Right, they're probably
I'm
scared
not
of
getting a
you.
whole lot of friend requests on Facebook from them.
They're not trying to.
Have you
hang
thought of
out.
branching out, killing like non-Greek gods, like other gods, like maybe kill Shiva or something?
Buddha or
I don't know.
something, or-
Buddha, kill
Oh,
Buddha,
interesting.
Yeah, I feel like
Thor?
Buddha. Thor.
or Yahweh.
Yeah, one thing even Kratos doesn't do is joke about killing Muhammad. Muhammad, the one guy, great guy.
Oh, really? Wow.
Just
I heard only good things.
super cool. Gonna leave it at that. Gonna move right along.
okay.
Fair enough.
We found the one weakness, maybe. I mean, I didn't know you had any, but that's interesting.
Yeah. Why don't you talk about Muhammad's weaknesses? Brian McGinnis, his address, he lives in Kew Gardens. Very easy to find.
Not anymore. We're packing up tomorrow.
Very little building security.
So you've talked a lot about your hate and your killing, but what about love? What's your love life like?
Well, him and
I'd like to
what's
say-
her face
Aphrodite.
Aphrodite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Aphrodite loves in bed what all women love. It's X, circle, right trigger, square,
Turn
and
it-
then a nice hard X.
Yeah. I mean, who hasn't done that scene multiple times?
All
just
her
for fun?
chambermaids are all watching like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Who taught him the code?
Yeah. Yeah, I always thought that was interesting. We got to do a little swirly with the R. Just
I wish
to-
real
Yeah.
women had like a code.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
a little easier for you, I guess.
It'd be a lot easier,
Yeah.
a little sadder.
I bet if you did those motions with your tongue, you wouldn't be wildly off.
How do you
X,
X?
Just make it X.
Come on, Calvin.
Kratos just like sign language and X basically for Calvin.
Yeah.
He wasn't sure. Yeah, I guess that makes
The
sense.
old alphabet, only just 4 of the letters. Well, and
And
3 letters
triangle.
and square. 2 letters.
Well, that's but your
Greek
Greek
alphabet. It's
Right,
all-
you guys-
Delta,
Oh, man.
Delta. There's Delta.
You guys made the
X.
alphabet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, I wasn't there when it happened,
No,
but I
right.
killed the god that did create
the god of letters.
Yeah, I killed the god.
Oh my
yeah.
god, you even killed that guy.
Yeah.
You just, I mean, you were mad for a long time. You've been mad since like, I want to say 2000-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been said about me. I have a tough time letting shit go.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not known for that, and I'm known to hold a grudge
What,
or 3.
but not anymore, right?
No, you know, I've been trying. The advice that I got that changed things for me, someone was like, live and let live.
Oh.
Which is kind of what the opposite of what I've been up to for the last decade.
Kill
I
it.
literally killed everyone and died. Went to Hades,
Yeah.
swam through the river Styx,
Right.
climbed my way back out after killing the Sisters of Fate to reverse time and bring the... Long story. I mean, I could go on and on.
Yeah, we've all played the game.
Yeah. Are there any gods you regret killing?
Oh, good question. No. Absolutely not. Not even for a moment. I only regret that I couldn't kill them twice.
Yeah, they're all kind of dicks to you. Like Hermes was running away from you, or whatever. I think it was Hermes,
He
right?
can run away. He's scared
Yeah,
to die.
right.
Why, yeah.
Yeah, but he was taunting him too, and then
Of all the things they did, that was the one dick move that came up.
No, I mean,
not Ares inspiring me to murder my own wife
No,
and
I
daughter.
mean-
Not Zeus murdering all of Sparta.
Yeah.
No, the one dude who ran away while I was trying to
he was
murder
running
him.
away, but also taunting, like you can't catch me, Kratos. And sorry, dude, you did, and you got him. You ripped his head off.
Again, taunting. I mean, I'm certainly not sorry. I quite enjoyed ripping his head off,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't call him the worst offender
Yeah,
that I
probably
dealt
not.
with.
I guess Zeus was.
Well, what about Athena? She was always very nice to you, giving you advice.
She was, but then when I went to finally kill who I didn't know at the time was my father. She did the old switcheroo and got in the middle, and then I killed her by accident. And she was pretty cool, but still, ultimately, she still stood up for Zeus. So
She had to go.
yeah, don't regret that shit either.
Well, she's got to be Ivanka. She's got to stand by Dad. What do you want?
All right,
Ivanka, the only worst person.
Don't make this political.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to ask another favorite.
Go ahead.
What was your favorite weapon? Because I had fun whipping ass with every weapon that you had.
So
I have to
many
know what
fun
your
ones. Now, you guys are probably going to come down on me for this. I'm kind of partial to the Blades of Chaos.
I was
my
gonna say
favorite.
Blades
It's
of
It
my
Chaos.
just,
favorite
I mean,
too, so
I
there's
mean, there
no
were
problem with that
there were
at
so
all.
many of the other fun ones, but just, sometimes when you're just having a good time with your boys, or you're just murdering.
Do you have boys you hang with?
Yeah.
Not as much anymore.
Just curious.
Become a bit of a loner.
Yeah. So what? You just whip out the blades and do some
Yeah.
pawn tricks or something? Or?
Yeah. Well, now living in New York, I found myself doing a lot of temp work.
Really?
I'll tell you, it's not easy for full-time employment when your resume is like mine.
Yeah.
Could be a good hibachi guy, Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done some time at Benihana. But they don't enjoy that the blades are attached to your arms. When
Right.
But I do enjoy catching shrimp in my hat. So it's a real roller coaster ride.
I like
Chris,
the,
can I ask, what
Okay.
kind of temp work do you do? Do you know how to type?
again, it's hard with the blades attached.
Yeah.
Not great.
It breaks all the.
But obviously, I've gotten some loose work in kitchens and stuff. But again, it's like they call you in for the interview and they're like, "Oh, we see you did some time serving as the god of war," and you're like, "Obviously, this is a step down for me, but I'm willing to slum it."
Yeah, okay. Try to work your way up,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love.
Go along to get along. See, that's a phrase I didn't use a ton.
I could see you saying that back in the day. What? Do you still have the wings that you use? Do you still have those wings?
I have them. They're not attached though.
Okay.
I made it so they're detachable. Sometimes when you're running late, you got to bring them out, but it comes off as a little. I feel strange using this word, ostentatious.
Okay.
You certainly make an entrance.
Yeah, I would use those all the time, especially today with these trains.
Yeah.
You never
Yeah.
know.
The marathon.
Yeah.
Have you thought about wiping off the ash?
No, it's
What-
it's on there.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
on there permanently.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
permanent.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that's a great idea. You think maybe it might be a good idea for me to not be haunted by the murder of my wife and daughter by having it bound to my skin 24/7? Oh, perhaps a shower. maybe a shower. Maybe I killed all the gods to stop myself being haunted by their murder. That's literally bound to my skin. But yeah, you know what? Maybe a good bath.
Yeah,
Can
I
you
mean-
catch a tan with that white pasty skin? Is it possible?
It is the ultimate sunblock. It is SPF.
Yeah, you can't
It
do
is
it.
SPF Olympus.
SPF Infinite. Just never. Yeah, not enough sun. Interesting.
I said this to one of our other guests. Have you ever considered a wig? Like to, so people wouldn't. They would think, oh, it's just a regular guy.
Because the ash is totally going to be
Well, I
like,
mean, he's like
pale,
a,
he's just pale.
Or,
guy.
I mean, I hate to dwell on certain things. Or the fact that I have blades bound to
Yeah.
my arms.
He's got the red mark across
and the huge.
half his body. I don't know if a wig is
You
gonna
could
help
tuck
too
the
much.
blades in if you had like a big sleeve, right?
But yeah,
The wig can't hide the red scar.
No,
Like a wizard's robe. He's used to wear.
No, you're right. Maybe a full head of hair. Maybe comb to the side.
Yeah.
Try bangs. Try it.
Yeah, maybe a Bieber cut. maybe that would bring him in.
I can see
I found
Kratos.
that to be one of the toughest things. Honestly, it's just even just talking to women in New York.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gone on some epic battles, but yeah, that's been a real journey.
I mean, you're pretty in
Girls
shape.
in this town can be so mean.
What kind of things have they said to you?
Oh, I mean, obviously the skin tone, the red scar, the blades,
Yeah.
I don't even want to dwell.
I think if you go out to some parts of Brooklyn, they might be into these kind of things.
You think
Yeah.
what part of Brooklyn would these be?
I would just go wait around in a warehouse somewhere that's empty and wait for some strange women.
Wait,
to,
do women
I-
go to warehouse?
Yeah.
This is,
Yeah, there's a lot of.
We need to talk about your dating life.
it sounds like
That's why he's having a hard time. Someone give me some wrong advice.
the romantic situation you're describing sounds a lot like rape. Wait around in an empty warehouse for
Yeah.
women.
This
See
sounds
who
like a
walks
sounding
by.
party, actually.
Hey, my hands are blades. Nice shoes.
There's chicks who are into horror movies and stuff who would be into.
They don't want to. They don't want to be in a horror movie.
You don't know that.
Kratos
What-
is 6'8". He's ripped. He's an intimidating
Yeah.
dude. You know?
What journey do I have to go on to Brooklyn? What levels will I have to pass through and bosses
You
will
have
I have to kill
So you have to
reach
pass through
this
the
place?
level of Halsey, and then you're gonna have to go to the Wick of Bush, and then from there you're gonna have to sojourn
Oh,
down.
man.
several-
How many graphic designers must I slay?
all of that.
Their numbers are endless. You
Also,
can't-
take out some stand-up comedians while you're at it, and that would be great.
Yeah, pass through the markets of kale.
All right, brother. We just spoke about you being 6'8" and brolic. I have to ask, what is your diet and what is your workout regimen? Because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good
Hey,
question.
great question. Mostly, first off, I keep a really close eye on my carbs. You just can't.
You must.
I mean, gluten, bread. Blades of Chaos dangerous, but carbs will kill you. They will. It's brutal, but yeah, just a lot of meat and blood from the souls of my enemies.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No
Yeah,
feta
that's-
cheese. I feel like since
Yeah.
you're
Obviously, feta cheese important part. Also, yogurt, gyros
yeah.
Yeah.
with the low carb pita.
Of course. It's got to be. Yeah.
What about Uzo?
From time to time.
Okay, good.
Is that
dabble.
that little like rice pasta kind of?
No, that's a, like drink.
Orzo. Oh, I'm thinking of orzo. I think orzo pasta.
Do you eat orzo as well?
You pasta?
Yeah.
Not as much.
No.
I
Too much
find
carbs.
the Italians. We weren't on great terms with the Romans, so yeah, that was the whole thing.
Are you a drinker, Kratos, in general?
Yeah,
I've-
I mean, we've seen him in the game. I wonder if he still
I
does.
was honestly, as I've been meditating and stuff, I've kind of found I've actually been trying to stop. I've been going to some meetings.
That's good.
Like AA meetings.
Yeah, I mean that's where part of where the whole live and let live thing came from.
Okay.
It was. I mean, it's the second A. I wasn't eager to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm kind of a known celebrity. But
Right.
I think some people might have recognized you. Like, is that?
I think one of the hardest steps was the step where you go across and apologize to everyone you've wronged. I mean, lucky for me, there weren't a lot around,
it's a little hard to
but
do.
that was an awkward trip to Hades.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a lot of.
So you went to Hades and actually to everybody.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh God, are you here to torture our spirits?" And I'm like, "No, guys, this is going to surprise you. I'm glad your spirits are all sitting down.
Did you get them?
I'm here to apologize because honestly, like a lot of the murderous rampage stuff. I mean, yes, I was rightfully angry, but also some of that was the booze.
Okay.
Did
Did you get like everybody down literally in Hades, like in one giant place, and be like, hey, you guys, or did you do it like one-on-one? Because
I think once you have the reputation I have, it's easy to get people's attention.
okay.
But yeah, that was kind of an awkward. It was kind of like just sitting everyone down, like, all right, everyone quiet.
Yeah.
Let me talk.
And they were like, yes, sir.
Yeah, we met in the Hades Convention Hall.
Is there? That's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's
They rent it out for weddings and stuff sometimes.
Yeah, that's where Michael Jackson performs.
Sold out every night, probably.
I'll tell you what, he still got it. King of pop for a reason.
Yeah.
See, there's a god I didn't kill, huh?
Okay.
Oh, he's a
Don't leave me hanging, guys. So help me God, if you leave me hanging, I will take a road of vengeance that will include.
High fives all around.
Good stuff.
Did you get cut, Calvin, on the blades?
Huh? No, thankfully I didn't. These
Okay,
gloves
good.
protected me.
Yeah, soft,
So where does
soft touch when I want to.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I love the cestus, those giant gloves you put on.
Yeah.
That just.
Yeah,
I mean, you could probably use those at some temp job, maybe some construction work. I don't know, like
yeah. I mean,
or demolition work. Yeah.
yeah,
on a construction site, it's great. I mean, but it's also like
those are Hercules too, like the giant cestus
Yeah.
gloves, whatever they were.
yeah, with the lion faces.
We cannot ignore that you now have a son, Kratos.
Yeah.
How did this even happen? I
Kratos
thought you were
Jr.
dead. I don't understand.
I mean, I'll tell you how it happened through a
Good game.
series of X's, squares, double triangles, circles.
I mean, we're all.
I just gave you guys a pretty exact recipe of how I get down.
I wonder if they're gonna have that in the new game. I'm sure you can't tell us, but will they have an old Kratos sex scene? I wonder if every game's had one so far,
Oh gosh.
like a weird,
Very
awkward
weird.
sex scene. I wonder if they're gonna have it in old.
Are they gonna like
Kratos.
shoot the kid and be like, "Go hunt"
Yeah,
for like 10 minutes?
maybe. 10 minutes, more like 3 hours, right? Kratos?
You clearly must know some cheat code. It takes a little while.
I believe in efficiency with my sets.
Yeah, Kratos likes to take his time.
Can you tell us anything about the new game next year coming out? Or
I'd rather not. Suffice to say, the Norse gods, I mean, I've tried to let you go, but, sometimes you can't always use your words to solve conflicts, I've found.
Yeah.
A couple times.
Yeah. So, I guess we went from the Greek gods. Now it's like, I guess like the alternate dimension, sort of. The same gods with different names on the Norse side. Is that right? Is that how it works, kind of?
Yeah, I mean, there's a point where it just all blurs together.
Yeah.
It's like, I shoot lightning. I've got a hammer that shoots lightning. Oh, that's way different. How am I ever going to fight you?
Have you ever accidentally killed the wrong god? Well, you did with Athena, but I mean, did you think you were killing one god, turned out to be another one?
Like
or something
Loki,
like
like he tricked him or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Athena was the one that stuck out the most in my head because, I mean, that's just that's like the ultimate like murder blue balls. Like you think you're killing your father that's been the source of all your problems and the greatest god. You're like, no, it's like the one chick who was vaguely cool to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was one of many rough days for me.
We've all been there.
You stay in touch with Pandora? Is she still in the box? I mean, I know you got her back there, and that was a hard part of the game.
It was. I mean, that was a difficult thing. Not as much anymore.
No.
She kind of keeps to herself.
She's in a box.
Yeah. I mean, that's
all that
like,
stuff.
Yeah.
She seems pretty happy.
Hope's still in there. So
Is Hope one of the things?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, there's a thing that you guys actually use of like, I hear a lot of like just modern people just being like, I don't want to like get back with my ex and open that Pandora. It's the same.
You died 3 times. What does that feel like?
It's not great. It's not. I mean, having endured so much pain, I mean, some of the worst pain I've endured is when I wasn't dying. So, I mean, it's hard.
Oh,
I mean, I'm gonna try to put it in terms you nerds are familiar with.
All right, sure, thank you.
You know, like when you're playing games real long and your thumbs are like kind of sore.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was like that, except your whole body was on fire and someone was putting a metal rod up your dick. I guess there's a name for that or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Calvin.
we'll talk to the god of sounding about that.
Is there a god of sounding? What a perv.
I mean, probably.
I can't
That's
imagine.
There's a god of erections, Priapus. Did you kill
Really?
him?
He's the one god I left alive.
I have been having trouble lately.
Oh man,
Did that last more than
All
4
the-
hours, that battle? Hey!
all the X's and squares in the world don't work if he's dead.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, I mean, you did humanity a favor, I guess, by leaving
Yeah.
him. There's a god of erections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Priapus.
Why?
Why do they have? I don't know.
That's just the.
I mean,
name.
I know
That's
him
his
because
name.
I'm from Sparta. It's weird that it
Right.
was right on the tip of your tongue, though.
Yeah. Well, you know me in erections. I'm pretty good at it. I do have a question. So, I know not only have you killed gods, you also branched out. I know you were fighting people in Mortal Kombat. What was that like?
Oh, that was so much
Oh
fun.
yeah, that was.
Because you were a great character to play as. And
I mean, again, I said I'd been doing temp work, and
Oh, that's part
Yeah.
of it.
Mortal Kombat was just temp work for you?
well, yeah. I mean, there's killing all the gods, which is for vengeance and pleasure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that was more freelance murder.
Oh, interesting.
The Mortal
You-
Kombat stuff.
You killed the god of thunder. You killed Raiden.
Yeah.
Was that easy? Like,
Was that analogous to Zeus? Did you work out your issues?
I mean, come on, that's insulting to my father. I mean, and again, and I'm not a big fan of my dad, but like, Raiden is a real poor man Zeus.
really? You can't wear a hat like that.
I mean, I will say it was nice being around people who had my similar approach to violence.
Yeah. Yeah, they all want to kill.
Yeah.
I guess you kind of fit. Was there anybody that you befriended, like or did you kill them all?
No, I definitely killed them all.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, Johnny Cage was trying to like build a friendship, but I just wasn't.
I could see that. I could see that he'd be like, "Come on, man, let's hang out." You know?
He was like, "Oh, I didn't get along with my dad either." He was like trying to build rapport, but then I just ripped his brains out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, I forgot how
You ever
good he
talk to
was.
Jesus? Like, does he have beef with his dad? Like, is it maybe similar kind of thing?
I mean, it's a tension. I wouldn't say it's similar to my.
Right.
Not so much a beef.
Yeah. Yeah, more like it's a softer rivalry.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Just
He's like, I
curious.
feel like I'm becoming my father.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys, you have spoken.
Yeah, I mean, from time to time.
Yeah.
It's it's a small community.
The God community is pretty small.
Everyone
right?
kind of knows each other.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some other gods out
We're
there.
like, oh, you work in Des Moines next weekend, and they're like, yeah, I'm in Des Moines.
Just
I'm
working.
I'm like, I
prayers.
was just there. Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, gods, it's same circle.
There's gigs? Okay. Is there like GodCon that you go to?
Yeah, it's called Jerusalem.
Oh, that's where you guys go and hang out at Jerusalem.
Yeah, that's where all the big God fans go.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about like writing a book or a scroll about your experiences?
Not much of a writer. I mean, we previously mentioned with the blades, it's kind of tough to get like a good type or writing going.
Yeah.
Also, and no one ever brings this up to my face, but tragically messy handwriting.
Oh, really?
Just
Yeah.
real sloppy.
I would get. I mean, you swing around the blades and those things all the time. I guess that's not a thing you're really working on. Is penmanship.
I mean, surgeons have messy handwriting, and they're so good with their hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
It happens.
classic example.
Yeah, definitely same thing.
You are quite the surgeon.
Yeah. Gonna wrap up here in a few minutes, Kratos. This has been, life changing for me. I don't know if Danny, do you have more questions for the God of War? Are you still the God of War? Because again, from the first game, technically it's Ares, and then you sort of take over. But do you consider yourself the God of War still?
Honestly, I try to define myself as just Kratos.
Okay, that's good.
You know, like I don't like to define myself by titles as much anymore. I mean, also like as far as the gods, I mean, there's a lot of empty positions that still need to be filled, and with me still around, not a lot of eager people applying for them.
Okay, so they have to fill those roles: the God of Thunder, the God of Water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I said that the only god I hadn't killed was the god of erections, but also just the god of HR.
Yeah.
The one who just fills all these positions.
Right.
He's having a hard
That's
time.
the other.
Yeah.
You're sort of contributing to atheism then, in a way, by vacating all these God positions.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a way.
He's forcing it in a good way. He's
Yeah.
like, hey,
Yeah.
there's no one to pray to. You all want to pray to a God of erections?
Yeah,
That's all that's left.
Atheists are all
Why
like,
not?
hey, do you want to get God out of the Pledge of Allegiance? I'm like, I can get a God out of anywhere.
Right.
So you fought in gods, you fought in titans, you've even fought in against Mortal Kombat characters. Do
Yes.
you want to dabble in some Street Fighter or some King of Fighters or something like that?
Absolutely. I also want to get, I mean, my ultimate goal is to dabble in some clay fighters.
Yeah.
Like a snowman. That is the only character I can remember from that game.
Yeah, I think that's all anybody knows.
Yeah, he's
There was like a
cover.
Viking lady, I think.
Yeah.
Some
I think it was like a
virtual-
Santa
virtual
Claus.
fighter.
I gotta remember.
Yeah.
Earthworm Jim was in it.
You'd be easy to make out of clay because you're all white, so just white clay, basically. You know?
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
just 'cause
for
he's white?
For budget reasons.
Am I easy to make out of clay, Olive?
Yes.
I probably would be.
You're very clay-like.
Wow. Anything else? I mean, do you want to stick around and play a game with us real quick?
I'd love to.
Oh,
I love
great.
games.
Kratos, we're going to play a game, everybody's favorite game show and a video game podcast. It's Wed, Bed, Dead!
Bed 'em, dead 'em.
Wed 'em and bed 'em and dead 'em. So if you don't know how the game works, Kratos, and Danny, I'm sure you probably know, right? We give you 3 video game characters. You're going to tell us who you want to wed, who you want to bed, who you want dead.
And I will show you pictures.
And I'm going to
or
need one
moving
too.
images.
Yeah.
just in
So
case.
this first one, very interesting. It's Gilius Thunderhead he's a Golden Axe dwarf.
Oh, I didn't
Oh,
even know.
yeah, I know him.
Who put that on the list? It was I thought that was you, Calvin. Was that you?
I might have done it.
Yeah,
I,
you
was
did.
like, I
Good
don't
j-
even.
It's a what a name, Gilius Thunderhead.
Is that really his name?
Yeah, Gilius. Golden Axe from the old Genesis days.
This guy.
So he's a little dwarf.
Yeah,
right?
he's the best one, man.
Is he?
The dwarf, he does
Yeah,
that little
this
roll.
guy.
He's
Okay.
dope.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember him. Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Okay.
That's cool.
This one, Rayman,
Oh.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rayman.
He's like a floating torso head or something.
There's-
Yeah.
Actually, everything floats on him. It seems like, but super fun game. What that last
that game
game
was
for
super,
PS4.
You turned me on to that
Man,
game, and
it's fun.
I will never look back. It was a
Super
game.
fun.
Wait, where's?
And this one, I mean, I feel like you can share some stuff with this guy, Kratos, a little bit. Joel from The Last of Us.
Ah.
Yeah. So that's kind
Gives
of
me a picture.
you guys got some heartache involved, you know. So
That's not Rayman, but this guy is.
yeah, Kratos, if you want to go first, Wed, Bed, Dead, Gilius, Thunderhead, Rayman, and Joel from The Last of Us.
Gilius Thunderhead, I think, is the one I would actually have the most in common with.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like we'd have a similar vibe, which is why I would want him dead.
Okay. There's only room for one of you. Yeah.
Rayman seems pretty open-minded. So bed Rayman.
Okay.
And you know the guy from Last of Us? He seems like a good father
Yeah.
for the most part. I mean, I don't want to spoil the ending of that game. But, you know, I mean, with some...
I guess the beginning, really.
With some noticeable exceptions.
Yeah. So you want to marry Joel, huh?
Yeah, he seems like a good provider.
Okay.
You're looking for providers?
Look, I told you I'm doing temp work.
He can't cash in those orbs for money.
Yeah.
You know?
How about you?
Yeah, Danny, who do you want to wed, bed, dead out of these?
But damn, guys, you didn't give us not one woman, not one.
It's
attractive-
rare. when
This
we
is
get-
random.
Yeah.
This is now you know for real how random it
It's
is.
very random.
Yeah.
Wed, bed, or dead. Wow, I'll actually wed Rayman because he is open-minded.
Yeah.
I think I would kill the man with the axe. What's his name again?
Gilius Thunderhead.
Yeah, that's just too much. I ain't
Good
saying-
luck
I'm
trying
not
to
saying
kill
that
him.
every day.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that every day.
That's a good point.
Call him Gil.
What if he demands we call Gilius Thunderhead? He
You
might.
see that axe? I can't
Yeah.
fight that.
Where are you
man.
gonna put that?
And I guess so. I wedded, I betted, and
Yeah, you don't want to fuck a dude whose last name is Thunderhead.
you
Yeah.
know, that's just crazy. That's just
Yeah.
crazy.
Cal-
Who do I have left? I have Joe. I guess I'll bet Joe. He seems like you said, sentimental. He took care of that little girl. I
Yeah.
can't believe I'm saying these things on a podcast.
That's
but,
why
you know,
this
I got to
game
make
is-
this choice.
It
man.
goes
Make
into the
this
record.
choice.
You have to choose.
It's a groundbreaking game. That's why we do this.
It goes on
here.
your permanent record.
Yeah.
These
When you're from
choices.
Greece, we're a little bit more open-minded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are very
I
not
think. Okay.
We're not uptight.
Here's
That's
what
like
I'm
you're
gonna
Spartan.
do.
Yeah.
These choices. So, you know what? Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to dead Joel because dude's fucking miserable, and I think he wouldn't mind just to end it all.
Oh, man, I wonder why he's so bummed.
No, I know why. I think it would be a sweet release. He's been through a lot of shit. And he's
Yeah.
living in this crazy world now with clickers and monsters, and
Yeah.
Calvin's even too scared to.
See, that's why I wanted to bet Rayman because I think he would be a sweet release.
Yeah. Okay. So I think, that was a good clicker there. So I think Joe, I'm gonna end it for him. I think he'd appreciate it. To be honest, I think he'd be
Okay.
like, thanks, man. He'd give me a-
Euthanize Joel.
Yeah, he'd give me a thumbs up. I think.
Would you choke him out or something? What would you do?
Whatever you want, I'd ask him.
Okay.
You know what?
Aw.
But choking out my favorite thing in the game is tying the scissors on the 2x4 and bashing someone's head.
That
So,
seems very violent.
It's super. It is the most violent thing.
It seems unlikely that that's what he would request.
probably not. Maybe a nice choking out
Yeah,
would be
I
best.
think he'd go with the choking out.
Yeah.
Most painful form of euthanasia. Could you kill me with a 2x4?
And scissors.
Is that the most painful, Kratos? You would know.
Yeah,
Oh,
because you
man.
dismember in so many ways.
No, the Blades of Chaos sounding is the most painful.
Oh boy.
Goes right in the old pee hole.
Oh goodness.
I'm torn here because I want to marry Rayman because super fun. I think he'd just have fun to hang around and go places with, and he's fast. You know, so I could maybe hop on his back and we just kind of run somewhere. But I don't want to. Bed a gross, smelly dwarf. He looks like he is.
you could
he's-
have him take a shower before.
Could he? All right.
Yeah.
If he showers before,
There's water in the Golden Axe world. Just be
He's
like,
probably going to want to be called a little person also.
Yeah, that's messed up that you said.
well, no,
that.
he's a dwarf. That's what it says. He's.
I mean, that's
I'm
from,
using
I mean-
1990 terms.
I mean,
yeah,
you can
Kratos
write-
is from 2000 BC.
I mean, you
and
can
he's
write any racist word down on paper.
I'm just-
that's what it says.
I'll ask him what he wants. So,
Okay.
Would you call Peter Dinklage a dwarf?
yeah, isn't it? I mean, not in an offensive way. Little person?
No, you
I don't think
say
you can
Peter.
say offensive words and then say not in an offensive way.
Yeah, that's not how that
Like-
works.
I cast a spell of tolerance.
So yeah, I'm gonna marry Rayman. I'm gonna have to bed Gilius Thunderhead,
Okay.
and yeah, hopefully that name doesn't have another meaning, another innuendo. And he's got a
Right.
Thunderhead to him. But those are my choices.
Well,
But
he's wearing horns.
yeah, I still think my Joel explanation is the best one. So
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I'll
Should I go? Do you want to go?
Yeah, no, you take it. And then
This is a very hard one,
Mm-hmm.
because there's no one really super famous to marry here.
That's all.
I normally go for the most famous rich
Yeah.
person to marry. Okay. I think I'm gonna bed Rayman
Okay.
because he doesn't really even have a body, so it's gonna be some like weird, like he's just kind of like a.
It's like you're fucking a Weeble Wobble. One of those.
Yeah,
things.
I don't know. He's like a T-shirt and he has arms.
Yeah.
and he has hands and feet and a T-shirt and a head.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we would do, but maybe I'd like go inside his like.
You'd figure it out.
Yeah, we'd overlap like in Blade Runner, you know, the hologram.
Oh, is that what happened? I didn't
Yeah,
watch that.
it's a spoiler alert. Okay.
Okay.
I think I would marry. I think I would marry Gilius Thunderhead.
Yeah, I knew you were going to marry Joel. That broke ass Joel.
Because I mean, Joel. I mean, I don't want to live some like scroungy post-apocalyptic
you're gonna have to.
life.
You're a scavenger now.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that shit. Yeah, I'm gonna marry Gilius Thunderhead because he's got that axe, right? I mean, the golden axe. That's him. He's the axe in Golden Axe.
Oh, is that the golden axe?
I don't know if it is,
No,
but he's the only one with an axe, right?
It's like silver though.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Second best axe.
second best axe.
Yeah.
And then
It's better than Bronze Axe.
Yeah.
you know,
Terrible game, bronze axe.
and then we can go around, and then you know, I'll beat up those little elves that come in the night while he's asleep. You know, I can get more potions, and you know, like a golden axe.
Yeah.
I'll help him
Oh,
out,
yeah.
and then
Okay.
he'll protect me from all the bad guys and stuff.
All right.
So
I respect that. I am gonna go a slightly different route.
Yeah,
I'm
I
actually
know
gonna
you are.
kill Rayman,
Oh.
specifically because it's like disembodied hands and feet. So like, it's gonna be weird, and sex is gonna be weird. I
You
don't
could
want
have a hand over here.
Yeah, but I don't
oh,
wanna,
and you're not
use-
into weird sex, huh? Okay.
I'm not into like having sex with a weird cartoon fleshlight. Like, no.
How would you even kill him? I don't understand. He doesn't have a body. Like, how does he die?
Well, oh no, you just push him off a cliff and then he goes and then like pops.
That's true. He
Yeah.
does pop, so
Yeah.
It does pop.
might be fun.
So yeah, Rayman's gotta go. I would bed Gilius.
Oh.
Why Gilius?
I've slept with worse. And and I would marry Joel because Joel is a provider. Joel is a scavenger. Joel knows how to cook.
Yeah, I mean, he knows
I
how to
mean-
survive in this world, but it's
Yeah, he can make weapons. So like, you know, if we could live in the projects and he could protect me, he'll make a baseball bat
Wait,
and
so
a
you-
compass into something.
You want to go back to the projects?
I mean, not necessarily, but you know, if you know we have a bad turn of luck or whatever, you know.
if the podcast starts losing money, he's gonna move back to the.
Dude, you know, there's no middle class in that world, right? It's
No, but the other thing is too is that like I know I can't survive an apocalypse. Like I have never opened a can by myself. I've never used a can opener. So Joel is
God.
going to be really good at that
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
That's why you're gonna marry this dude, to open a fucking can for you.
Listen.
You're the best, Calvin.
I know I am.
That is hilarious.
So those are my choices. I think they're the best ones.
oh, we're all
Yeah,
done, right?
we all
everybody
won,
went.
I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think I won. I think I had the best choices.
I don't think so.
I
But
think
here's,
I
I
won.
mean, marrying Joel might make him a little happier.
Yeah, and I will make him happy.
But-
I'm like really effervescent.
You're not going to replace his dead daughter and his dead wife.
Yeah, well, Kratos can't replace his dead wife or daughter either.
Whoa, easy,
Yeah.
easy.
So sorry.
Hey. Oh, thanks, guys. I almost forgot about that.
And on that note, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Danny Serial. Where can we find you again?
At DS Creative Studio on Instagram.
DS
Yeah.
underscore, right?
DS_Creative Studio.
All right.
on Instagram.
I just want to say thank you guys for having me out here. I had an amazing time. It was super fun, and I'll definitely be back.
Heck yeah. And
Yes.
thank you guys for listening. Please rate us, subscribe, and like us, and tell your friends, and forward it to somebody, and all that fun stuff.
Yes.
And meditate.
And meditate.
And meditate.
Just spend some time in silence.
Yeah, with
You'll be
yourself,
surprised.
for yourself.
Focus
by
on your
yourself.
breath.
That's it.
20 minutes.
Thank
It's
you.
not a big deal.
Kratos, it's a huge honor. Thank you so much for
Yes.
joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Have a good rest of your day, Kratos.
See ya.
See ya.
Hey guys, really sad announcement. Comedian Andy Scannell, who was our guest on the show for episode 28, which is the booster from Super Mario RPG episode, he passed away a couple days before Thanksgiving. The really terrible news to hear. He was such a nice guy. It was very sudden. Some friends of his have set up a GoFundMe page for him to help cover the medical costs and the funeral costs for his family. So if you'd like to contribute to that, we'll put a link up to it on our Twitter. It's at Playable Podcast. We'll just put it up there. You can check it out over there. And really, there's not much to say in a situation like this. I just wanted to say on behalf of myself and Calvin and Brian that it's horrible news to hear, and our thoughts are with his family and friends.